Hello and welcome back to our continuing adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today we are taking a look at the high severity alert from June 21st, 2023, 1:51 p.m., that being SOC210, possible brute force detected on VPN, event ID is 162, type is brute force. So we are dealing with flagging of a successful VPN login was detected shortly after a failed login attempts, the same source IP. L1 note, I checked the authentication logs and saw many of the failures. Did I screw this up? No, it's Security Analyst. Why is there an L1 note? I thought that's usually with the stuff on an incident responder. Anyways, sorry. Going sideways. Oh, squirrel. Okay, so successful VPN login shortly after failed login attempts, the same source IP. Detected same IP was attempting to log in for different users. Successful after failed login attempts. Destination is 33.33.33.33. Okay. Main. Username main at letsdefend.io. Source was 37.19.221.229. So if we take our 37.19.221.229, put it into VirusTotal, comes back that it's for DataCamp Limited. It is marked as VPN. Talos also confirms DataCamp Limited. Unknown web reputation. OTX, it is in 2 pulses. Confirms DataCamp. Gray noise doesn't have anything. Abuse IP database. Confirms again DataCamp. And at least up to 2 weeks ago at the time of recording, so late August 2025, we are seeing it's still active, still apparently malicious. And if we dump it into Spur, it confirms Proton VPN. So in other words, there's a good deal of stuff that not to like in regards to this. If we go through and try 33.33.33.33, we get nothing. So I'm assuming this is probably some external. So maybe there's like a cloud portion or something else like that. Oh, did my... Yeah, I think my login expired. Yeah, I just want you to just do a search and tell me what you see. That's all I want. I'm not looking for anything special. Just what is the 33.33.33.33? I swear maybe this was this the same thing for the IR? Oh man. Now I'm wondering. Apparently I have done this already, but it came back. That's a neat trick. Back in January of 2024. Same system, same IP. Yeah. Okay, whatever. We will just roll with it. Yeah. Just get it out of the way, I guess. Okay, so we can't find anything for 4 octets worth. We take a look at the logs. We find that the source IP and the destination's there. And so let's see. It tries to hit sane, tane, vain, main. And then the action changes. Username is correct, but the password is wrong. Username does not exist. So they were apparently sitting there just using this to mine. I'm really surprised it didn't go longer, but I suppose for the exercise, you just need a couple of examples, right? So the action changes, or the message changes effectively. So instead of, yeah, username does not exist, yeah, username is correct, but your password's wrong. And then eventually, I'm assuming yeah, okay, there we go. Login successful. So they do eventually hit it, and apparently they try with a Zane. I guess once you hit M, you just go ahead and just jump to the end of the alphabet, Z? Whatever. So yeah, this definitely does look like brute force because we've got more than one attempt. So it's not like somebody just forgot their password. No, this is, we were phishing, we found a change of message that told us that, hey. So I guess let's get this, let's take ownership and go. Because again, there's not really going to be a whole lot to this that we're going to be able to do. We don't have any of the stuff in there. Actually, June 21st, 2023. Was there anything in here in regards to, hey, we're going to go through and just beat the crap out of the VPN and see as to whether or not if we can get anything to stand out. Planned red team activity all the way in April. And it's supposed to be for April 10th to 16th. Yeah, so this was not planned. Okay. It is external. It has got a known rep, determine the scope. Multiple servers. They're all 33.33.33.33. So that would be a big fat negative. Verify if it was successful. Yes. Does it need to be isolated? I mean, yeah, but it doesn't exist. What if we go to endpoint? What was it, main? Well, there's a main. Network action, do we get anything in regards to the... No, we don't. And we don't have anything in endpoint security for 33.33.33.33. So whatever device that is. Which, I think this came up before. I mean, they were able to sit there and pop in. They may know the password for main now. But we don't see any... Well, okay. I guess we would kind of need to know if somebody's able to sit there and brute force the VPN at 33.33.33.33, what kind of access does that actually get them? Are they now part of the network? So are they going to have a 172.16.17. something? It may not be the absolute right thing because we're missing that particular piece to see as to whether or not if there's movement from the VPN to the actual host. So we're going to isolate the host just out of an abundance of caution. Now, that is what I would go through to try to do. Although realistically, if someone were to, by this particular point, I would know that, okay, somebody connects to VPN, they're going to be issued a internal range. Maybe it's a 172.16.23 dot something. That's the VPN range. Okay, well then I could go through, take a look, and see if there's anything in here that potentially would go through. But seeing as how we don't have a endpoint security entry for the 33.33.33.33 IP address, and I don't know how far it went, so I'm just going to go abundance of caution. Lessons learned. How did the attack happen? The VPN device, IP, gives overly helpful messages when trying to sit there and accidental bad login. They were able to sit there and apparently find the password for main and allow them to connect into it. How well they handle it? You know what? I did not grab. Oops. Shoot. Oh, I'm just all over the place and nowhere good. I can't reference this if I don't have a copy of it in my notes. Crap. And of course, then we're just gonna have to go back to this again and quickly get up to it. We gotta finish the playbook. External. Was it? Wait. Is the attacker suspicious or not? But then we're not given. Okay, that there's something weird going on with this. I don't have a yes or no. Traffic analysis. Did it receive? Does it receive it? Yes. Determine the scope. Was it any other ones? But I don't get an answer for the scope. Okay. Yes, we can't go through and do it though. Okay, so there. That takes us back to this. So we can sit there and quickly try to run down the particular questions. I guess this is going to be a relative quick one. How well the staff do? I mean, yeah, the L1 note, which is kind of odd that why would we have an L1 note for what we're doing here? I thought we would be the L1 in this particular case. Maybe we're just L2. Whatever. They do note same IP address, many login failures, and different users. So, I mean, they touched on all the particular aspects. They probably should have, as soon as they caught that, done a force reset and just killed any active sessions, everything else like that. Of course, like I said, they had to be wholly reliant on an Active Directory environment to do that. Of course, that's assuming that the password for that VPN device is actually the same thing as your Active Directory network credential. Maybe it's just test123 and their, main's actual Active Directory network password is super ultra secure 123 password. Exclamation point. I don't know. Short of, yeah, I mean, not, could be better. I guess if they're just to validate the alert and kick it up, then yeah, technically we should have blocked, or we should have seen something to block that VPN address. We should have had main's account locked and force reset, active sessions killed. Corrective actions. Can we get some sort of timeout? Is there an option for, 3 failed attempts from an IP address and you're timed out? I mean, it's not going to stop it, but it would add extra cost to the attacker. And then maybe, it times them out for an hour. And then like 3 consecutive portions like that, and you get a block of, I don't know, a week, a month. I mean, it's a VPN address, so they're just gonna disconnect and reconnect and get maybe another public IP. Precursors or indicators should be watched for. I mean, same thing like what we just talked about. Multiple failed logins from the same IP address. And then realistically, the only thing that we have is the sender's IP address. Or the source IP address, the 3719221.229. I mean, that's really it. For a valid username against 33333333, and the overly helpful error message confirmed when the attacker found a valid user ID. This then pivoted to brute forcing the password for main at letsdefend.io. That was eventually successful. Finish playbook. I know, this is just weird. We're going to go true positive. We'll dump the same thing back in. We will tell it to close the alert. We get the happy confetti because apparently we were fully spot on. And we get a 2-day streak now. And then crap. We got the same thing where can't view the report. But there we go. I guess a repeated SOC210 possible brute force detected on VPN. Back from June 21st, 2023, 1:51 p.m. EventID 162, type brute force, high severity. With all that being said, I will see everybody in hopefully the next not repeated video.